The Salvation Army enjoys a long and often colorful history when it comes to music, specifically brass band music. In fact, William Booth, founder of the Salvation Army, hosted outdoor revival meetings as early as the 1870s in England, singing, preaching the gospel, and playing music. Brass bands were routinely utilized at his open-air services because Booth was convinced that it attracted more listeners and dramatically reduced the number of hecklers. Nothing was lost in the translation from London to West Michigan, and the first Salvation Army Corps was established on November 25, 1883, on Pearl Street in Grand Rapids. To this day, the location of the first Corps is marked by a commemorative plaque on Pearl Street, near the main entrance to the Amway Grand Plaza Hotel. The Salvation Army Grand Rapids Brass Band was a key component of early Army initiatives and takes pride in the fact that the band was the first commissioned band in the United States, as well as the longest-running performing band in the nation. From the very beginning, the original Corps, now known as Fulton Heights Citadel, has had a profound and occasionally scandalous musical presence in Grand Rapids. At that time, city laws stated that the Salvation Army could march and play tambourines during the week, but never on Sunday. Believing that the open air was a vital part of their ministry, officers and soldiers defied the law and were arrested and taken to jail. The Salvation Army prevailed and won the case, along with the right to preach the gospel. In the early years in Grand Rapids, men and women from the brass band toured the state of Michigan, playing salvation songs and preaching the gospel. "The band is on duty" became a rallying cry, especially during Thanksgiving and Christmas. During the holidays, band members would often play up to 35 different engagements in the community. It was not unusual for some band members to play 10 engagements in a week, not including worship services. True to their history and their Grand Rapids roots, today the brass band supports a multitude of community events during the Christmas holidays, including the Red Kettle Kickoff, the Santa Parade, and visitation at the Grand Rapids Home for Veterans. The band also supports seasonal functions and events such as the 9/11 Memorial Service at the Gerald R. Ford Presidential Museum and the annual Red Kettle Game with the Grand Rapids Griffins hockey team. Now, 135 years later, most Salvation Army Corps have established music programs to teach young people to play a brass instrument or take part in a vocal group. In addition, youth have the opportunity to practice and advance their skills through attending divisional and territorial summer camp programs. Whether young or young at heart, the sights and sounds of the Grand Rapids Brass Band have inspired, delighted, and ministered to thousands of individuals and families throughout West Michigan since the beginning. It's a tradition we will hold dear, now and for the next 135 years. The band is still on duty.